Welcome to the middle level of the Maybe Forever. On this level, we have the kitchen, the pantry, the laundry, the powder room, the living, the dining, and the outdoor room. So there's a lot to get through, so let me take you on a tour. So here's a moment that you probably would have walked past if we didn't use the arches. It's details like this that can really add to the character of your home. So one arch goes through to the powder room and the other is through to the pantry. So the pantry, when I was designing this, practical became first before pretty. Don't get me wrong, I still want a space that looks good, but I want it to be in here, a place where the kids come in, we prep in here, and then we've got the open shelving. You know I'm a big fan of this in accommodation, but walk-in pantries are a perfect place for it. You get some table dinnerware that looks good, and it also allows your kids and your husbands or your wives, there's more chance that they're actually going to put things away. So it was all about practical first, pretty second in the pantry. Now check out my laundry. It is huge. I love this space. I know I probably shouldn't love a laundry, but I do. So originally we had an island in here. It's a good example of, you may have the design details on the floor plan, it all looks good, but then when it gets to a build site, you're like, nah, it's gotta go. So what we've done here is we've got the different zones. So I've got the mudroom over here. Don't be fooled, there's usually a lot of stuff everywhere, think school bags, sports gear. It becomes a real dumping zone, as well as we've got drawers in here for shoe storage, so it really works. And then on the opposite side of the room, we have the laundry. So we have our commercial washers and dryers, we've got the bench top here. And then one thing that I always think people forget about laundries is they don't make them feel good, and the key is to use styling. So by simply just adding a print of a beach with a bit of color, adding some greenery, it just makes me feel happy when I'm in here. There is another space here, which is the storeroom. I'm not going to show you that because honestly it's more like a tradie storeroom, and I don't even want to open that door. We also have the external access here, which makes this space a true mudroom. So the kitchen. I know it's cliche, but it is true. The kitchen is truly the heart of the home. And with our home being spread over the 3 levels, the island is where we all come and congregate. So the actual kitchen, it's quite pared back. So it's less is more, but then what I've done is made sure the elements that I've chosen, they really give you that bang for your buck. So it starts with the brass foot kick. It's got that old worldliness charm. And then when you look to the Big River engineered flooring, it has a different tone to the Big River joinery that we've used throughout the kitchen and pantry. And that's how we've added some drama and added a bit more again of that classic old charm. Then to pull it all together, we've used the natural stone. This is the Taj Mahal. You see how it's got a lot of warm tones, but it also picks up the joinery. So we've used this en masse, which that just means we've used it on the bench top, we've used it on the splashback and the shelf. So this kitchen, it's just a really nice space to cook in, or even if you're not cooking, just to spend time. Now the living room. If I'm being honest with you, this was not really about creating a design moment. It was more about the practical side of it. So being a family of 6, I wanted a space that we could all sit on the sofa. You know, in my perfect life, we'd be sitting there watching a movie together. Again, that doesn't really happen all the time. But it was more about making sure we can all fit in this room. Now, this bookcase behind me, it has become one of my favorite moments in the house, and it was not planned. I will give Ben full credit for coming up with this idea. Because of a change in the roof, we were going to have a really thick wall, or we had to come up with something to kind of make it look like it was meant to be, and it is this. So it's given us the opportunity to have those family photos. It's allowed, you know, again, I know it's a cliche saying, but it's allowed the house to become a home. And as I said, it is one of my favorite moments now. And now our dining room. So the key here was to add some flow to this level. And it was really easy to do by simply using a round dining table. I then paired it with the same pendant that we used in the entry. That then allows you to kind of look over here to where the skylight void is. We have like this abundance of natural light flowing through. I then had an oversized artwork commissioned. It's just got a bit of texture and depth to the artwork. Placed a big plant. I love greenery. Again, it is the simplest way to add some feeling to your home, and created this little cute moment with the bar cart because why not? So perhaps I've saved the best for last, our outdoor room. It is a great place to entertain, but honestly, we use this pretty much every day. Now I wanted to have fun out here, so I've introduced this with the blue joinery. So we just painted the cupboard fronts in the lighter blue. We've got the tiled blue bench top. You can see the artwork that actually hides a TV behind there. I actually call that compromise with Ben and I. And then what you can't see here is there's a staircase. That was an absolute game changer. So it means we can access the pool in the backyard from this level. So when it comes to outdoor spaces, I think of them like I do for the indoors. So you've got your barbecue, which becomes your kitchen. You've got your outdoor dining space for dining. And then you have your living area that you can see here, which I am always out here just having my morning coffee, getting ready for the day. So why do I call this an outdoor room? We have these Luxaflex MagnaTrack awnings, so literally at the press of a button, it goes from a balcony to an outdoor room. So that is a wrap on the tour of the middle level of the Maybe Forever.